I'll save it. I'll save it.
Yeah, we'll download that later.
LA? Nah. New York? Nah. Miami.
Miami!
Beautiful weather, nice and warm, and t-shirt, no jacket. This feels good.
I am so happy. We're in South Beach, Miami for Golden Goggle Awards celebrating the 2021 United States Olympic swim team. And I get to do it next to you for the whole night.
Oh, you know what? I get to do it next to you. We're going to look back at Tokyo. We're going to enjoy this beautiful weather. But more importantly, we're finally going to see some of these swimmers without cap and goggles. We're going to get to know them. But first, we got to start looking good.
Yeah, we
right?
need to like
freshen
kind of
up.
spruce up ourselves.
1 second.
We'll be right back.
And now, please welcome Olympians Elizabeth Beisel and Cullen Jones.
Man, look at that guy in a suit. It's been a little while, but we are here in Miami, and our first time Golden Goggles in Miami. I'm here with Hunter Armstrong. How do you feel? First, Golden Goggles, does it live up to the hype?
Absolutely it does. I mean, this is just such a great experience, and it's awesome to see some of my old friends from the games and some really famous swimmers from the past as well. It's just really awesome.
He just called me old, everyone. That's basically what I said. No. We are talking, it's fine. When we're talking about Tokyo, you brought it up, and you are our first guest. So how was it, the cardboard beds? Tell me about it. Just give me one little tidbit from Tokyo.
The beds were a little uncomfortable, but the dining halls were incredible. So tons of food selection, and it was pretty good, if I have to say so myself. So,
would you say it's like summer camp?
a little bit. Summer camp with the best athletes in the world.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Now, here, normally, when the team is selected and you start thinking about who a captain is, the coaches usually do something where they tell you, okay, you want to look for the best person for leadership, but then they're the ones that usually tells the whole team who the captain is. You guys did something a little different, and I found out yesterday that you have another talent, and can you show me that, that extra talent?
Absolutely.
All right,
Can I get both your hands?
No, absolutely. Hold on, let me push this off. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I need a little help because I need both hands. Elizabeth, can I have Elizabeth come in?
Here's my
Come
arm.
on in here. There we go. Okay.
Do you have a favorite card in the deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah, so you can either just pick one or you can tell me what it is and we'll grab
It's
it.
the Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm going to hand you this.
Okay.
And the pen.
All right.
And will you sign your name across the face of the Ace of Spades?
Absolutely.
I'm keeping you honest.
Okay.
Perfect. We'll let it air out. I'll try to show the camera as best I can. So now I want you to hold out both your hands like this.
So I put this here?
Yeah, I'll just.
I'll
take it.
Okay.
So I'll take the ace. I'm going to set it in that hand.
Okay.
I want you to close over with the other hand and
All right.
squeeze together.
Okay.
I will take the 3 of spades.
Okay.
And I'm going to sign lefty problems. I'm going to sign the 3 of spades. As best I can. We'll just
Put that. Yeah.
we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the sign 3. If I just give it a little wave underneath.
Okay.
Now I have his ace of spades, and in your hand.
No, man. No. No. Okay. Thank you, Elizabeth. I don't know. Guys, I want you to know I was squeezing that card really, really hard. So I don't know how you actually. Magic. That's it. That's it. That is just magic. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's amazing. What got you into doing magic? I mean, obviously you're great at your craft. Besides swimming the 100 backstroke, of course. But what got you into magic?
So I was actually on my way to a swim meet. I was an age grouper, and my buddy showed me a trick in the car that tricked me. Yeah. And I didn't like how that felt.
Yeah, I know how that feels. Yeah.
So I went home, got on YouTube, started looking up tricks, and since then, my goal has been to give everybody else that feeling that I hate.
That is an actually great reason to start getting into magic. I get it. I kind of feel it right now. Let me ask a little bit more. I mean, this is your first time in the Olympics. It's your first time going to Golden Goggles. We really want more people to know about you more than just, the fact that you're amazing at magic, the fact you're amazing at swimming, obviously. What other hobbies do you have? Can you share some more stuff about you? Something we don't know.
Oh, man, I was just talking to Miss Beisel over there. Theater.
Miss Beisel, old.
Love theater. Grew up in it. I've done a couple shows. It's definitely slowed down when I decided to focus on swimming. But no, I love singing and love dancing on stage. May not be the best at it, but I enjoy trying.
Okay, so here's the last question before we have to toss it back over to Elizabeth. Do you sing in the car or the shower? Which one do you prefer?
I like to sing in the car.
Ooh, okay.
The shower messes with the sound a little bit. So when you're in the car, though, you can just belt out as loud as you want.
And that's why he's the professional. Elizabeth, who you got over there? I think you got somebody special.
All right, everybody. We are here at the 2021 Golden Goggle Awards, celebrating the 2020 U.S. Olympic team, and we are here joined by Caeleb Dressel and his amazing wife, Megan. Caeleb, whirlwind of a summer. Can you wrap it up in 2 sentences for me?
In 2 sentences? No.
Very good. One word. Overachieving here.
There was the first one. No, I can't wrap it up in 2 sentences. It was a really fun summer. I've had a good break, but I'm ready to get back in and get back on the old horse here. I'm ready to get back and start training again. Yeah.
That's fair. Megan, I think one of my favorite moments of the Olympic Games was you watching Caeleb. Obviously, family members, loved ones couldn't be there in person. How hard was that for you? But also, how amazing was it for you to be able to watch him live and talk to him right after that 100 freestyle?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all wish we could have been in Tokyo to support them, but it was so special to be there with our whole family and have our whole family together. And I didn't know they were going to connect us live, and I know he didn't either.
Wait, you guys didn't know?
I didn't know it was live.
So the race ended, and they rushed over with the computer and the earphones and whatever. So that was so special to have that moment. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Caeleb, you kind of saw a really cool car today. That was the first time you saw it, right?
Yes, I was a little busy in Omaha, so I never had time to go to the splash zone. Splash zone?
Yeah.
Splash zone. I didn't have time to see it, so this is my first time seeing it was today. How'd they get it? Did they drive it from Omaha? Do you know?
I drove the Supra all the way. It was me. I had all my luggage in tow. I was like, let's go straight from Omaha. I've been driving here since. What is next for you? So you're going to train under Nesty. You're still going to live in Gainesville, obviously. Short course worlds. No short course worlds. So really the next big thing is trials, right?
Yes, which is scary to say. So first thing, we're gonna get in shape, and then we can start talking about trials. But yeah, World Champ trials, I'm looking forward to it. We got plenty of time, but as I said, I have my time. I'm so ready to get back into a routine, get back with Nesty, new group, new challenges, new opportunities this year. So it'll be a lot different than I think previous years with a lot of changes, but I think that's what I need, especially after the whirlwind of the past 2 years.
Yeah. Megan, how nice was it for him to actually like have a break?
So nice.
So foreign.
Yeah, honestly though, but it's nice to have life not revolve around swimming for a moment in time. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming by. Enjoy the evening. Congratulations on an amazing summer. I'm so proud of you. Megan, I mean, look at us. Great minds think alike. What can I say? Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, Beisel.
Like we said, the stars are out, and I am here with the beautiful, my sister, Missy Franklin. I'm sorry, Johnson. Sorry, Hayes. Sorry, Johnson. So you are here, but more importantly, you're getting sleep. So let's talk about your sleep pattern now that you are here in Miami and not at home.
So we have a almost 4-month-old baby girl at home. So the last 4 months, sleep has not been coming easily to us. We wouldn't have it any other way. I'm still having to wake up and pump once during the night because she's still eating during the night. But I got a pretty good stretch last night, so I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm going to make it through to like 10 p.m. tonight.
Well, you look amazing. You look like you're rested. You're feeling great. And we've done this quite a few times. We've come to Golden Goggles. We've been to LA. We've been to New York, but we're in Miami. What is that? How does that feel to you? I mean, I feel like this is amazing as the bus drives by, but what do you think about having it here in Miami? It's completely different, and I think for this new team, they are appreciating it so much more. How about you?
Well, that's what I was going to say exactly. Is I think it's representative of all the new fresh faces that Team USA has. I mean, it's so beautiful that we had so many incredible young athletes step up this summer, show us what they were made of. And so to have Golden Goggles in a new place, I think it's just so representative of what this team is all about and how we stayed a tradition, but we're also willing to bring on new and exciting things and just go with the flow and see where it takes us.
Speaking of new faces, we had 11 teenagers. I mean, you know how that is. I was trying to still tie my shoes at that age, but
it turned out okay for you.
Yeah, later. No, I've got monk strap. I've got buckles on mine, so I don't have to do it anymore. No, but it's so true. It's such a young team, and if there's one thing that we know as veterans of Team USA, we teach the younger group. What do you think what would you say to the younger group? Because that group is now molding the minds of this team now.
Which is so amazing to think about, right? Like just the cycle that happens with this team. It's so beautiful. And I remember some of the most beneficial advice that I got from veterans on the team when I was the teenager is just keep doing what you're doing. You know, they almost don't need advice. What they're doing is working. They've made it here. They're on the teams. They're crushing it. Like, just keep being you. Keep doing what makes you confident. Keep doing what makes you happy. And just enjoy the process. It goes by so fast. And before they know it, like you said, they're going to be the veterans that are going to be taking on the new teenagers. So just enjoy every single phase and don't take a second of it for granted.
Absolutely. I love it. Missy, thank you so much for coming. I got one more question.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
What's your order?
Right now, I'm still doing decaf because I'm breastfeeding. So I'm just a very simple, just almond milk decaf latte.
Lady after my own heart. Boring, but tastes so good. Elizabeth, who you got over there?
And we got a beautiful shot of the red carpet here. We are outside, actually, for tonight's red carpet. I know it doesn't really look like it, but people are starting to flow in, and here I am right here with Jessica Long, 5-time Paralympian, 29-time Paralympic medalist. She is presenting an award tonight. Jessica, thank you so much for being here with us today. What have you been up to since winning your 29th Paralympic medal, which I cannot even wrap my head around? It's amazing.
Well, first off, I'm so excited to be here in Miami. Like, let's have it here every year. But
you heard that.
yes, I got a dog with my husband,
What's its name?
Goose.
Goose. What type of dog is it?
It's a golden doodle.
Amazing.
Yes, but life's been really good. It's tough. I definitely think, we talk about that post-Olympic, Paralympic blues, but at the same time, just really enjoying being home with my family and friends and slowing down.
Yeah. How important is it for you to slow down and take a moment to really just sink in the fact that you are a 5-time Paralympian, 29-time medalist? I can't say it enough, but like the mental aspect of being on such a high so many times, how do you kind of navigate those waters of it being really hard to come home from?
Yeah, well, I absolutely love swimming. Like, at the end of the day, I truly go back to that 10-year-old girl who fell in love with it. I also know that my whole identity is not in the sport, and it's creating that balance. And, you know, if you're not enough without a gold medal, you'll never be enough with one. So I just really try to still be a part of it, but also have other outlets.
Yeah. And I love the mental health aspect of it as well. And so are you still swimming? What are your plans? I know.
Yes, yeah, I am still aiming. I'm right now training Road to Paris. Maybe in the New Year's when I'll really pick up training. But I just figure with all this momentum that the Paralympics is growing, why stop now? And swimming is my best form of exercise. Just with being an amputee, I'm always going to probably be a swimmer. So training for Paris.
Speaking of Paralympics, finally getting the coverage that they deserve, the payment that they deserve. How cool is it for your family to be able to watch you at home, especially not being able to be in Tokyo with you this summer, and have the most hours of coverage that they've ever had for Paralympic Games?
Oh, ever. I've been a part of it for a long time. 2004, I've seen it really grow. I've seen the movement take off, especially just even being here with Arena tonight and presenting. I'm really proud, but it was very exciting after my 200 IM to see my parents with NBC and get to say hi and just see them live. I just think we're doing a really good job, and I can't wait to see where we are in LA in 2028 with the Para Games.
Well, I cannot wait to watch you in Paris. I cannot wait to watch you tonight presenting an award. Thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful evening. Cullen, who do we got now?
I have the first timer, Paige Madden, the American record holder in that 4x200 relay, and you're up for Relay of the Year. How does it feel to be at your first Golden Goggles, first Olympics, all of it? Tell us all about it.
It's really cool. Like I was telling you earlier, this is my first rodeo, so I don't really know what to expect, but I'm really happy to be here. It's so cool to see everyone from over the summer. I really miss them, and it's just, it's pretty special. Yeah, I'm excited.
We are so used to seeing you in cap and goggles, but now you look amazing. You get
the Golden Goggles, so there you go.
Oh, do you want to tell us what you're wearing, or are you just like, this is my favorite black dress?
Actually, can I tell you, I'm wearing my ACC ring, so this is from my third year, and then this is my national championship ring. So that's what I'm most proud of wearing.
I love that. I love that. And we actually have something in common because I used to swim for Todd DeSorbro as well and get my butt kicked. Tell us about, you hear so many of the names, Salo, Marsh, Durden. How good does it feel to make the Olympic team, having that personal touch with Todd? And then, Virginia, UVA just kicked butt this year, and you had so many people with you. Tell us about it.
It's so cool. I actually didn't commit to Todd. And he was the first year, like when I was the first year, basically. So it's really cool just to be on that journey with him. And my first couple of weeks of practice, he told me, you have a really great work ethic. I think you're going to make the Olympic team. And me as a first year, I was like, wow, this guy's kind of crazy. And just like going on that journey with him and then finally getting here and like making the Olympic team, that's so special to me. And I never would have thought committing as a senior in high school that I would be a national champion, our team would be national champions. That is just so cool to me, and I still don't think it's set in, but it's just really special. I think we have like a good connection because Todd and I have shared that journey together. It's pretty cool, yeah.
That's awesome. No, let me tell you, I'm so happy to hear you say that because we're expecting great things out of you in 2024, okay? You had quite the workload here in 2020, but what are your expectations for 2024? Are you swimming back in short course now? You shift back from long course to short course now?
Yeah, so I'm going to short course worlds in a week. I did the ISL season. My team did not make the playoffs, unfortunately, but it was a blast. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll see. I've always been a little bit better at long course, so that's always been my focus. So short course worlds will kind of be like a mid-season type meet, and then hopefully world champ trials go well. So that'll be my main focus. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So tell us about Tokyo. We had Hunter Armstrong earlier, and he said that the food hall was the best part of the whole place, being able to eat everything. What were you most excited about when you were over there in Tokyo?
Honestly, it was so cool to just be in the athletes village and see all the different athletes. You see wrestlers dressed in sweatsuits trying to lose weight, and there's boxers out like boxing in the middle, like, and I'm sure you experienced it, but like there's people, like, it's crazy. It's like there's skateboarders, and that was just so cool to me, and just to connect with other countries. You trade the pins, and just like you make friends that I never would have gotten that opportunity like anywhere else, and that's really the coolest thing to me. Like, I can't believe that happened. I have friends from all over the world now, so yeah.
You were so much fun to talk to. Paige, thank you so much, and you were really, please have fun tonight. We're so proud of you, and I know you said your mom might have voted a couple of times. Make sure you vote.
She might have voted about 500 times.
It's okay. So we know if someone wins. Thanks, Mom, and thanks, coaches. Elizabeth, back to you.
Cullen, thanks so much for tossing it. We are here right now with Torri Huske. She made the Olympic team this summer as a rookie, first time ever in the 100 butterfly, came home with a medal, broke an American record making the team. Torri, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
How excited are you? First golden goggles. How are you feeling about the night as a whole?
I'm really excited. It's nice also like seeing everyone here and just being in Miami, so.
It's nice to kind of have a trip to the tropics. You are on the farm right now at Stanford. How has that been going since the Olympics? How is life? Did you have a break? Kind of update us since we last saw you in Tokyo.
Right after Tokyo, I went to the beach for like 2 weeks just to like decompress and like relax, and it was really nice. It was like exactly what I needed.
What beach did you go to?
Rehoboth. It's in North Carolina. Okay. And I just went with my friend. And then now I'm at Stanford. I love the people there. Like, I think that's like what makes the school like so special, at least to me. Like, I love the team, and I love the people in my dorm and the people in my classes. It's really stressful though. I had a final today, which was difficult, but
you had bigger and better things to be at today. Have your professors been kind of accommodating with all of that?
Yeah.
With the travel?
Yeah, they've been really nice about it.
Yeah. So heading into tonight, Golden Goggles, what are you most looking forward to seeing happen? Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
I don't really know. I don't have like a specific like part of the show that I'm like most excited to see. I'm kind of just excited to like be there with everyone again. So
no, it's amazing when this whole team comes together, because it's hard to really emulate that anywhere else. Like at swim meets, you're always busy and you're just swimming your events, and here you truly are here just to spend time with people. And how has that been, spending time with people? Have you been reminiscing on memories in Tokyo? What have you guys been talking about and catching up on?
I haven't had that much time to catch up with people today because I was testing for 3 hours, but it'll be nice.
Drug tested for?
No, testing like my final.
Oh, like actually doing schoolwork? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was doing my final, but now it'll be nice that like I can actually like sit down and kind of like talk with people. So yeah.
That's awesome. Is Short Course Worlds in the future for you? You're going over to Abu Dhabi?
Short Course Worlds this winter, so I think I leave for that on the 12th. But before then, I'll have some like time home, which will be nice because I hadn't had much of that. But
I'm sure. Did you get time home after the Olympics, or did you go straight to the beach?
I had like a few days, but I went to the beach for 2 weeks, and then I had like a week at home, and then I went off to college.
Did you have, once you got home, did you have any special parade or kind of party celebrating your Olympic experience?
Yeah, I mean, right after the airport, some people like surprised me there. Like all my like close friends were like there to greet me at the airport. And then afterwards, like on the drive back, I didn't know about this, but we like stopped halfway there at like my elementary school. And there were a bunch of like fire trucks and stuff like that, and like this huge like crowd of people to like greet me. So that was really sweet. But
that's amazing. Did you get emotional at all?
Kind of. I feel like I was like so exhausted that it wasn't really fully processing, but it was really nice of everyone to do that.
Do you think the entire Olympic experience for you has sunk in yet? Have you really, because it's amazing. And I feel like as athletes, sometimes you guys don't allow yourselves to kind of take a breath and realize the enormity of what you just did. Have you kind of had that time to really think about how amazing your summer was and how amazing of an athlete you are?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like I haven't really thought about it, honestly. I don't know if that counts as like sinking in or not, just kind of like dismissing it, but yeah, I guess it's kind of sunk in by now, but it's not really something I like think about on the daily.
Once you get older like me, you'll start thinking about it, and maybe you'll appreciate it on a different level. But Torri, thank you so much for stopping by. Congratulations on an amazing summer, and enjoy your first ever Golden Goggles. Cullen, who do we got?
And we are here, of course, with another legend, the Sprint Brothers over here, right? The Sprint Bros right here. Another legend in the sport. Tony Irvin, how does it feel? We've always done this, and this is an old hat for you. You've been on the red carpet plenty of times. I've asked you plenty of questions, but we have not done this in Miami. We're in Miami now. This is different. It feels a little different.
This is different, and hold on. I gotta wheel you back. There's nothing old hat about this, right? This is a celebration for these athletes. They've done things that have never been done before, and just because we may have done things that never been done before back in the day,
yes,
yeah, this is their time. But yeah, I've been thinking about this city for the last 4 years, and somewhat serendipitously, I was able to come here for this. And kind of do two birds with one stone.
Absolutely. Well, we're happy you're here, and board member, part of USA Swimming. You're behind the scenes. You stayed in the sport, not only in the sport to swim, but now you're behind the scenes trying to make sure and make a difference for all these athletes that are now coming up and now going towards 2024. Can you tell us why that was important for you?
Well, a number of reasons, but I wanted to give back to the sport first and foremost, to know what goes on the dry side, so they say, like how things function, because it's one thing to be the athlete and grinding it out, and you really put a lot of trust in your coaches, your teams, and USA Swimming broadly, or even the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee, right? There's a lot that goes on there. I knew very little about it, and so to kind of get in there and get my hands dirty, trying to figure it out and making sure that our athletes are being taken care of the best way possible.
That's so important that we stay in the sport to keep this culture going. Now, enough with the hard-hitting questions. Now, okay, first off, you look fly, man. Okay, we both understood the assignment. We got the cranberry going tonight. I gotta say, what made you do this tonight? It looks good, man.
Well, I just found the suit in the closet. I was like, does it still fit?
Pulls it out from the back. So, I mean, we follow each other obviously on social media, but I think I travel a lot. This guy, you travel so much. Tell us where you'd like to go next and the most beautiful place you've been.
Oh, wow. Okay. We did cover this, but it went a little bit south. Where do I want to go? Honestly, a lot of this time these days has been about family. So I'm excited to get back to my family, but I got a lot of places to go between now and then. So I'll be in Abu Dhabi for Short Course World Championships, and excited about that. I think that's going to be a great event. And from there, just seeing my family.
I love that, especially with the holidays around. I have one last question for you. It can be a mixed relay, but you have to pick 4 iconic coaches to do a relay. Go.
They're swimming. 4 iconic coaches. Okay. Well, obviously, David Marsh, David Durden, Mike Bottom.
Oh, we're going sprint.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just basically naming my coaches. Terry McKeever. Is it a mix? Is it a mixed relay?
Mixed relay.
Okay, mixed. Terry McKeever. Yeah, there we go.
I love it.
Boom.
I love it. Tony, it's always great having you on the red carpet. Have fun tonight. We'll catch up some more. Elizabeth, I'm tossing it back.
All right. We got a good one for you guys right now, and I'm extra happy about this because this is an old coach of mine, Anthony Nesty. He's nominated for Coach of the Year. Coaches Bobby Fink, Kieran Smith, now Katie Ledecky, Natalie Hines. He's just the best. Nesty, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
What number Golden Goggles is this for you? You just asked me, so I got to ask you off camera.
This is my first.
This is your first Golden Goggles. How are you feeling? Are you jittery? Are you nervous?
All of the above. So didn't expect, the crowds and the lights and the cameras.
Yeah.
So.
You have an acceptance speech planned?
I'll come up with something.
Yeah, you'll come up with something on the spot. Nesty, first Olympics with Team USA. You've been with Team Suriname multiple times. How cool was that experience to be on that Team USA team and being able to work with Kieran and Bobby so closely and everybody else? And how different was it?
Well, for an American and, obviously coming from Suriname, becoming an American citizen, coaching in the U.S., especially at Florida, having athletes compete at the best level, it's a dream come true, first and foremost. But that's what all the coaches, the club coaches, want to get to. The college coaches want to coach athletes who perform at a high level.
You're one of the few humans that have won an Olympic gold medal yourself and coached an Olympic gold medalist. Like, has that sunk in at all for you? Do you kind of feel that?
Well, it's, I've been pretty fortunate throughout my entire career. I've had fantastic support from fans, my parents, my family, my friends, and certainly having athletes that can do what you ask them to do and do it at a high level. It's special. So I'm pretty fortunate.
Yeah. But well-deserved. Fortunate, yes, but you're so talented, and you have a very high power training group right now at Florida. How has that been, kind of juggling the likes of Katie Ledecky, but also your boys and the women's team and the men's team? Like, you have a really full plate.
Yes, I do have a full plate, but the staff is fantastic. Steve, Whitney, Kristen, Jack, support staff, and director of ops, Irva Gillum, who runs the show. Our trainers, Christina, John, obviously Dr. E, Blair, who's our nutritionist. We have a fantastic support staff, and they do what is necessary to keep the kids healthy and training at a high level.
Your daughter is crushing it recently. So Coach Nesty has a daughter, Lily. What is she going 100 free? 49?
49.8.
And she's 16? 15! Whoever's watching this, recruit her, okay? That's awesome. And she's competing at Junior Nationals next week, right?
Greensboro, yes.
Yeah. Do you know what she's going to be swimming?
50, 100 free, 100 fly, 2 free, and a couple of relays.
A perfect relay swimmer. A dream for a college team. All right, Nesty, good luck tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cullen, we're back to you, buddy.
No, I'm just sitting here posing. I mean, look, this is what happens when you get a world record. You just dress up like James Bond. This is what happens. Did you know the award is not for best dress, but you win.
Hey,
you win, man.
Winning awards, I'm all for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tell us what you're wearing. You look great, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like this is the most I've ever done. A huge thank you to Ralph Lauren for dressing me, and specifically Amanda out in La Jolla. Incredible eye, but I feel sharp, feel confident.
Well, I brought up the world record because let me tell you, I think I broke my ceiling fan jumping up and down for you guys, and just watching that emotion at the end. I mean, it was written on all of your faces, and like I'm pretty sure Caeleb almost collapsed a couple of times. You guys were exhausted. You had you had a year to wait for this Olympic Games, and you guys ended it with an exclamation point. Tell us about it.
No, so, I mean, you can't sum it up more than that. It was incredible. It was something that going into that final relay, we knew this is the opportunity for that cherry on top. We've had some ups, we had some downs, we had great games overall, but we wanted to end with that exclamation mark. And so I remember getting the four of us together with our coach, and then we looked at the splits we had to go. Break the world record. We knew we were in lane 1. We knew what the Brits were capable of. And we wanted to keep that gold on U.S. soil. And we went in there with a mission. We knew exactly the averages, and we decided, hey guys, we've done these splits at least 3 times this last week. We just need to swim our average, and we're going to go home with a gold and a world record. And so diving into that pool, I mean, I'm getting chills just thinking about it, talking about it. Was an incredible moment, something I'll remember forever. Excellent way to cap the meeting.
I would hope so. I got to come out and see you guys in Hawaii, and I watched you do some insane, I just want to explain for everyone watching, this was a week out from going to Tokyo, and you were doing 2050s fly long course, and I mean pushing hard times. When it comes to your training, you had a heavy workload. You again, finished with the world record. There's a lot of swimmers out there that always have to come back and figure out how they're going to shake off a race or get back ready into a race. Tell us about the mental side. Tell us about just the recovery side of that.
Absolutely. No, it's incredible. I mean, when you're preparing for multiple events, obviously your approach has to change. You can't really singularly focus on one thing, which is a challenge. Very fortunate the way I train, I was able to kind of tailor my training towards each competition. So I'm looking now, coming off the games, towards world champs and then even obviously Paris, and trying to figure out what can I do to enable my body to handle that workload. So a lot of it's conditioning and training, but I think even more so now I'm looking at Short Course Worlds, only a week away now. I have a heavy load, 6 events. I've been training for a bit, feeling confident, but it's a lot of races, and I haven't raced since the games, and I'm realizing more than ever, this is gonna be a test of mental fortitude, understanding if I go into each race looking at the opportunity to push the body, to kind of embrace that hurt, like really embrace it. That's when you have, stellar swims. Not being afraid to push through those barriers. So it's a challenge, but I'm very fortunate to have a team around me that speaks positively, speaks life and love over performances, knowing that you can have a bad race and shake it off and look forward to the next one as an opportunity to learn.
Absolutely. So one last question, and I mean, you were gracious enough to give something back. We are here with USA Swimming Foundation, and this is a silent auction, so make sure you go in, check it out. But Michael, you and your family have been amazing when it comes to just being role models in this sport. But can you tell us about what you guys did that's so special about the silent auction?
Well, I'm so excited for this auction piece. So my sister has a beautiful gifting, a talent for painting. She has a creative eye. I did not get any of those talented genes. And so she paints and repurposes old surfboards, canvases, and she created a beautiful piece for us tonight that's going to be auctioned off, along with a surf experience with myself, maybe even the family out in San Diego. We're going to surf, we're going to train, we're going to get coffee, we're going to go to my favorite cafe and just hang out. We're going to have an awesome time getting to know each other. So if this is a piece that you guys are looking forward to in getting involved in, come out, learn to surf. If you're already a surfer, cool, we'll just rip it up. But it's going to be an amazing time. And I'm excited because this is something that I've never, been able to kind of give in a way. And so it's cool. It takes away from the seriousness and intense of swimming. But we'll get to connect and speak on a much deeper level with whoever gets this piece.
That's awesome, Michael. And thank you again for continuing to be a role model. Look, I know the sprint guys, we like to keep it over here, but I guess we'll just toss it over to the distance folks. Elizabeth.
Cullen, thank you, buddy. So we are here with Haley Anderson, open water. Oh, we good? I have some. Oh, we got the lights off, but that's okay. Now we're just, the mood lighting is going down. We're getting closer to the evening going inside, right? But so, okay, we're here with Haley Anderson, open water phenom. Haley, thank you so much for being here tonight. Happy Golden Goggles.
Thanks. I'm so excited to be here. I love getting dressed up. I love seeing everybody in a different light, so.
How has life been? Well, yeah, no light now, but that's okay. Different lighting, it's fine. How has life been since the Olympics? Have you had a chance to kind of just chill and relax?
Yes, I've had a lot of time to decompress and really just hang out with friends and family, go to weddings that I normally wouldn't be able to go to. So just enjoy my time and really, decompress and reset.
A well-deserved break for sure, especially for an open water swimmer. Where are you living these days? Are you still out west in California?
Yeah, kind of out west. My stuff's in storage out west and just bouncing around, figuring out life, just taking it one day at a time right now.
I'm still trying to figure it out too, so don't rush into it. You just turned 30. Happy belated birthday. What does this decade have in store for Haley Anderson?
No one knows, but yeah, new decade. It's fresh. We'll figure it out like you guys will know when I know. But yeah, it's exciting to hit a new decade.
How different was this past Olympics compared to the other ones that you've been to in terms of now you're the veteran and you're kind of a leader, and although you were with the open water team and you're kind of secluded from everybody else, you were still able to be at the pool and be that leader, role model. How was that going from baby Haley in 2012?
It's still weird. I've never thought of myself as a veteran, but now that when kids are 14, 15 come in, you're okay, well, I'm twice your age, but it's really fun. It is fun being on that other side and just welcoming new people in, new kids, and it's really exciting to see this fresh crop of swimmers come in, and they bring a lot of new life and excitement to it. So it's always fun to get their energy. It really does rub off on you.
Yeah, and I met Katie Grimes for the first time earlier today. It was the best. Haley, did you get to know her well? Has she done some open water stuff with you before?
Yeah, so I've known her for a few years now. She's the sweetest. Seeing her do well this summer was the most exciting and heartwarming thing because she is the nicest kid ever. And once the pool team left, we were still there for for a bit of time, and she kept checking in on us and was just so nice. She gave Ashley and I little bracelets that she had made.
She made them for you.
Yes, and she wrote us a little note, and it was just the sweetest thing I've ever experienced. And
Yeah,
especially from like a 15-year-old, you know, like that's like so meaningful, and you know that she looks up to you. Of course. I mean, of course she does. But Haley, congratulations on an amazing summer. Enjoy your night. Happy birthday. And we'll see you inside. Bye, Haley. All right, Cullen, who you got for us?
Oh, finally, back to the sprinters. I mean, seriously, we got Blake Pieroni here. Blake, you're up for Relay of the Year. That, I mean, man, look, anytime you go 47 is something special. How good did it feel to bring that gold home?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, especially because it was so early in the meet. We really wanted to set the tone. I mean, Durden talked to us a lot about like really setting the tone, and going 1-2 in the first event of the whole meet was huge. And so doing that in that relay, and it was a great time. You know, decisive victory, and we were happy with it. Yeah.
I mean, you can see it all in all of your faces. We're all about this trip. We're here in Miami. It's different from where we're normally, New York, LA stuff. We want to know something different about people, okay? And we know, bromance is a hard word. I'm not gonna call it a bromance, but your friendship with Zach Apple. I'd love to hear something about Zach that people don't know, because we're gonna follow up with him and see if we can find out some stuff about you. So make it embarrassing. What you got? What you got?
I don't know if I have any embarrassing things. He lives a very, I don't know, regular life. You know, he's a good dude. I would say he's an avid video game player. He built his own computer, you know, a few years ago. Yes. Maybe another one is a recent homeowner. Bought his first house ever a few weeks ago. Yeah. But yeah, nothing super embarrassing that I can think of, at least off the top of my head.
Oh man. Oh well,
He doesn't have any for me.
Oh, I can't wait to ask him. But I also know that about you. You're a gamer too. Who wins?
I win. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you play? And I'm going to make sure to say that to him, and let's see what he says back.
Yeah, we play Fortnite and Halo, and if he says anything opposite to what I said, he's wrong, okay? So I hope you ask him.
I definitely will. I will definitely make. So let me ask you a question. I asked Hunter this question earlier. If you're going to sing, do you sing in the car or do you sing in the shower?
No, I don't sing.
Not even in the shower. No one's there.
I can't even hear myself sing.
Ooh.
I get depressed, yeah. I mean, maybe in the car if I'm by myself, and like, you know, it's something that doesn't, I don't know, little like metal, something like that. Like it doesn't really matter how it sounds to me. Yeah. I'm a terrible singer.
Okay.
Horrible.
Do you ever like listen to music with Harting? I know Harting's a big metalhead too.
I listen to his music, but no, we haven't jammed out together too much. A few years ago when he performed at one of these, and I thought it was great. Yeah.
He's very talented, but we're gonna bring it back to you. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you another question. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. What's your order?
What'd you say?
What's your order?
Flat white.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. And since you said you're a gamer, all right, does that mean that you also like comic books a little bit?
I do like comic books, but I was kind of a little younger.
Ow.
Like 2 comic books ever. My dad
stabbed me here.
Had a few comic books.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this then, because everyone's watched all of these movies that have come out. Is there a villain that you've ever rooted for?
Villain that I've rooted for. I actually kind of like Thanos. You know? Yeah, I mean the biggest one.
Oh,
I mean he's a great villain.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
I think he's a great villain.
I agree. So all right, this is going to be the last question, and this is going to take me moving out of the way, since we're talking about superheroes. Okay, and since you guys won gold, can you show us your best superhero stance? What does it look like?
Superhero stance.
Give me a stance. Do you wear a cape? Do you not? These are big questions.
I would wear a cape if I was a superhero.
Oh, why not?
Because it would get tangled and stuff. You know, you're like fighting people and I don't know. The superhero stance would always be like the superhero landing.
For the people, we have to see it. What is it? What's the landing? Yeah, oh, I'm so happy you said that. Oh, there it is. Blake, it's always a pleasure having you here, and thank you so much. Again, good luck tonight. You're up for the Relay of the Year.
Thanks.
Pretty awesome, man. Absolutely, man. It's always great to get you on here. Back to you, Beisel.
Hi, this is Nelly. Oh, I don't want my shoes in here, but we have the Abbey Weitzeil with us right now. And I had to ask our wonderful cameraman to get a close-up shot of these shoes because, I mean, how could you not? Where are these from, Abby? Welcome to the show.
They're from my girl Macy.
What else do I know Macy? Am I familiar with Macy?
I mean, she's a chain department store.
So most people know Macy.
Macy is popular. Macy's very popular. No, Macy's popped off. I was like shopping for shoes today because, you know, I didn't have
bought these today?
Yes, I didn't have any when I got here.
Oh, perfect. So how last minute was everything else in your outfit?
Well, actually, I ordered this a while ago, and it just all kind of came together. I had options because I came from Eindhoven, so from ISL, and I didn't really know what I was wearing until today, and it all just kind of came together. And so
AC pulled through for you, Abby. I mean, and you're rocking it. You look like you actually own this place where we are tonight. It's pretty amazing. So since post-Olympics, you've been busy. You've been racing with ISL. Have you had any time to kind of just relax? Did you take any time off after the Olympics?
Yeah, so I actually went on vacation after. I was with Katie McLaughlin, and then Olivia Smaliga came for a while. We went to Mexico.
Where in Mexico? Tulum. How did I know? That place is a dream. Yes.
I was there for, I don't even remember, maybe like a week. And then I went to ISL in Italy, which was kind of like a vacation. And then I went home for like, I think I got to be home for like 5 or 6 weeks maybe. And then I went to Eindhoven and was there for 4. And then I came straight here. And now I'm going straight back to Short Course Worlds.
So your body has no idea where it is basically right now?
No, not at all. I'm really out of training shape. I'm in racing shape, we hope. I'm out of training shape.
We hope. Short Course Worlds are just around the corner. You can hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best. We're going to thrive. Yeah.
Are you ready to get back into training shape? Like, are you mentally there?
Yes, I think I'm mentally like ready to take a break from racing, even though I have a meet. Like, it'll be really fun because it's so different from ISL, from what I've been doing. And so I'm really excited to have like a fresh 50 free there and everything. And then I am ready. I feel like it's so much fun to be in shape. And so I am really excited to get back into the groove.
I'm happy you're there too, because especially post-Olympics, I feel like it's hard to get there. You need that break and that time off mentally. So to get there, what do you do outside of the pool to kind of keep yourself sane? You know, like we swim 24/7 almost, like it's always on our brain. Who is Abbey Weitzeil outside of the pool?
I do a lot of things. I have a dog who I'm obsessed with.
What's its name?
Wayland.
And what type?
He's an Australian cattle dog and shepherd mix, so he's very active.
So he's a runner.
He's a runner.
Yeah.
So I hang out with him a lot. I like to paint, draw. I refurbish furniture for fun sometimes. Just being outside, hanging out with people. I'm very social. I'm not a big alone time person, only sometimes, but I love doing stuff. So
I think your art is what impresses me most because, and guys, if you guys are tuning in right now, go to Abby's Instagram. What's your handle? I'm making some sales for her right now.
AW refurbished, maybe? I haven't posted in so long because I haven't been home.
I know, you've literally been doing other things, but
it will come back.
Is this maybe like something for future you to pursue?
Maybe. I love it. I mean, I do it as a hobby. I'm also like really interested in like maybe owning an Airbnb somewhere and like being able to decorate that. I love interior design. I feel like I'm a very creative human, which is I feel like why I'm a good swimmer. And so I feel like I'll definitely be doing something on the creative side when I'm done swimming, which who knows when that will be, but when it's time.
And you'll know.
Yes.
And don't rush it. Like there's one thing that I would do anything to be swimming still, but my body's like, no more 400 IMs. You're all set.
Yeah, I don't even go there anyways, so.
No,
I
it's
think
fine.
I'm definitely going through 24, so.
Yeah. So we're going to have Lydia Jacoby on the show in a little bit.
I love her.
Tell us more. What is your favorite thing about Lydia Jacoby?
She's just beautiful, like exotically beautiful. I literally love her so much. She is the biggest sweetheart, the most confident person I've ever met in my life. Like the most confident. Like before her 100 breasts is like the most iconic moment ever. So she was in our training group under Terry at the Olympics, and she was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna win a gold medal."
She said that.
Yeah, and we were like, okay, like, yeah, girl, like, go get it. And then she did, just pops off. And she, like, doesn't have the best first 50. And I remember watching this race, and Terry also said this. Like, she touched at the 50, and she was close enough within striking distance, and her second 50, as everyone knows, is just insane. And we were all like, oh, my God, she is going to win a gold medal. Here she comes. Like oh, my God.
She called that race.
Yes, she did. Just the most confident, like, sweet, beautiful person I've ever met in my life. Like, I love her so much. She deserves, like, everything that happened, and, like, she earned it.
That's amazing. Well, she is actually with Cullen right now, so we're going to cut over to Cullen. I know.
Well, speaking of Lydia, yes, I got to interview her again. Finally, I got to talk to you at trials, and you were so gracious because I knew nothing about Alaska. I did my research, though. Okay. I started paying attention and doing my research, but like Abby said, you were swimming with Abbey Weitzeil. How cool was that?
Yeah, it's awesome. Training camp was so much fun. I was in, oddly enough, I was in the sprint freestyle group doing breaststroke along with everyone. So I was training with Abby and Katie and Caeleb and everyone. So it was great and really motivating.
That is amazing. And I think I don't really need to introduce Jessica Hardy. We all know who Jessica Hardy is, but you guys have a special bond. Can you guys talk about that a little bit? Breaststrokers, of course. My knees don't do that, no.
I mean, it's all a testament to her. We met a long time ago. I think 2016. The USA Swimming Foundation actually is the one who flew me up to Seward, her hometown, and thanks to her, we stayed in touch. And even more thanks to her, she continued to race in my goggles up until this summer. So it's been really, really cool to watch her blow my mind this time.
And that is the coolest part about this sport. It's if you ever had a question, you can always ask someone before you, and we're always willing to give that culture information to you about being in the Olympics, what you need to be ready for. How did you feel, rookie on the team, with all of these older folks on the team? Were they guiding lights to you as much as Jessica was?
Yeah, for sure. It was interesting, like going in, we were talking about this earlier. I kind of figured like there'd be like the veterans would hang out, then the rookies would hang out, but everybody bonded so much. It was great. It was super, I think it was a great mix with like the rookies bringing the new energy and the vets kind of guiding us along the way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we have something in common. We are, you just told me, we're leap year kids.
Yep.
So I am 9. How old are you?
I'm 4 1/4.
So technically, we're the youngest people that swam in USA history, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was telling Jessica that there is a Facebook group, and for all those, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. You're going to feel old. Lydia, what did you say about Facebook that's going to hurt my feelings?
Yeah, well, we were talking about Facebook's usually for an older generation, and we were talking about how my agent had me get it to like expand my social media, and I don't even know how to make it public. So I apologize to everyone who's requested to be friends with me. It's not that I'm blowing you off, I just don't know how to accept.
So Facebook pending coming, but TikTok, Instagram, they can follow you on all of those? Oh, absolutely. So let's talk about your swim. I mean, absolutely amazing swim at the Olympics. What was going through your head that last 15 meters as you were trucking into the wall?
Yeah, well, in prelims, I swam against Tatiana, and that was the race where she broke the Olympic record. And at that 50, she was so far ahead of me, I could kind of tell there was no catching up. And then in the Olympics final, when I turned at that 50, I could see her so close to me, and I knew that I could catch her. So it was just really like trying as hard as I could, I guess. Yeah.
And Jessica, how did that feel to be able to watch that?
I have goosebumps listening to it right now. I really do. It's like the coolest thing. I mean, my mind is blown.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Lydia, I mean, just happy to see that you are here and you are up for so many awards tonight. Good luck, and you look stunning. Enjoy tonight. This is the first time in Miami. Are you enjoying Miami?
I am, yeah. It's my first time in Florida, actually, so it's been fun.
Look at that. You're going to be traveling a whole lot. After what we've seen from you, we're so excited to see what you can do in 2024.
Thank
and
you.
You've got a true fan in me and the rest of, obviously, Team USA. So thank you. Elizabeth, who do you have?
Alrighty, and we are here with Lilly King, the one and the only Lilly King. Lilly, thank you so much for being with us here.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
This is not your first Golden Goggles. This is 5th, 6th, 7th?
Something like that. I don't know.
You're a veteran, which is kind of crazy because I remember going to World Cups and you were not the veteran. You were like baby Lilly.
I was baby Lilly.
Talk about like where you are now in that transition and how you were one of the leaders of the team this summer.
So weird. I feel like I'm an adult now, and that wasn't the case like 2-3 years ago. So it's kind of been fun. I'm enjoying that transition into that leader role, and obviously like I had leaders like you to kind of show me the way, and I feel like I think I'm doing a good job. I don't know. We'll ask the younger kids, but
You're doing an amazing job. I don't even need to be there to know that you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. I had very good role models, obviously. So yeah, I've enjoyed it, kind of stepping into that leader role for sure.
Yeah. So you've been quite busy since Tokyo. I think we were just talking off camera. How many days have you been gone total this year?
I think it's 160 days away from home. So not anything I'm used to, but obviously been traveling for a lot of meets and then away for a lot of other things. So it's been good. It's definitely like ready to be home at this point. But other than that, it's been so much fun.
Yeah, and you're going home after this to IU to let your body recalibrate because you've been in Europe for like 6 weeks. Now you're here, so home, and then Christmas with your boyfriend, which is in Maine. Are you excited for that?
I'm so excited. We need to come see you because like if you're home for Christmas, we should just come
Actually, I'm in Florida for Christmas. When do you get there?
by. No, the 19th.
Oh, you're there early.
Yeah.
We might just have to hang out, honestly. We'll make it work. In terms of training, I know you've been racing all fall, but how do you feel about the training that you've been able to do? It's hard, especially when you're on the road.
For sure, yeah. It's not obviously like very different training to race rather than training to, I would say race at the end of the season. So definitely been a little bit different than I'm used to, but I think with the the sport evolving so much as it is right now, that's something we're going to have to get used to. So definitely a very good trial run, I think, this fall for the future.
Yeah, for sure. And so rewinding back to the Olympics this summer, how was it? Like, how was the village? There were cardboard beds. Like, tell me like the one nugget of information that no one knows that we're going to expose to the world right now.
I so wish you had been there for the cardboard beds because we walked in and we were like,
so it was legit, like legit cardboard.
Those are cardboard. Yeah, it was crazy. It was nice because it still felt like a real village. It was just a little bit quieter than it had been in the past. But other than that, it felt normal. So yeah, it was really good. It was good getting to know like almost a whole new team. It was a very, very new group, and just getting to know each other and see how people train and see how they are in their daily lives and how they carry themselves. It was a good summer. It was fun.
And all right, I want to know something about Zach Apple. He is about to come up onto our interview stage here, and I just want the world to know something that Lilly King loves most about Zach Apple.
I mean, he's a great guy. He drove a Lamborghini today.
What? How did he pull that off?
He and his dad test drove a Lamborghini today, and I was like, why didn't you tell me to come? Like, I love fast cars. I want to drive the Lamborghini, obviously, but they didn't invite me. So
hold on, you love fast cars though. So what would be like Lilly King's dream fast car?
I've always wanted a red Corvette, always. So that eventually, like, that's my dream car. We'll see if I get there. I have a red Miata now. It's like not super fast, but it's cute. It's cute. It gets the job.
That is cute.
I know. It's like very cute. Top comes off. Very cute. Fun.
Have you ever driven it on track?
I've driven a Corvette on track. So
how fast did you go?
I got up to about 105, and they're like, "All right, Lil, time to slow it down."
And you're like, "No, this is like I'm just warming up here." Oh my God.
Yeah.
So is that like kind of? Are you an adrenaline junkie? Like, do you need this in your life?
I don't think I need it, but I do like it when it comes around. Yeah. So roller coasters, fast cars, send them my way. I don't know if like bungee jumping is my thing, but it depends.
Same adrenaline as like pre-Olympic final, or different?
Maybe pre-Olympic final with fans. Pre-Olympic final with no fans. Yeah. Well,
Well, let's talk about that. Like, how hard was that competing as an athlete? And you look out, and literally the only people in the stands are your teammates.
Yeah, it was weird. I'm not gonna lie, like it was very strange. I think the veterans were having a lot more difficulty dealing with that than the rookies were, because the rookies didn't know any different. So they were like, all right, cool, Olympic final in the morning with no fans. And the vets were walking out like.
And in the morning too, like you have to get yourself ready.
Yeah. So like you have to get yourself ready, and then there's no fans, and you walk out, and you know what that's supposed to feel like, and it doesn't feel quite right. That's a little weird. Yeah, for sure.
It's all right. Paris is only now like 2.5 years away.
So close.
Which is crazy. But we know that you're going to be there, and there will be fans, fingers crossed. But Lilly, thank you so much for stopping by. Congratulations on always just being an amazing ambassador for the sport, having an amazing summer at the Olympic Games, and we'll see you inside. All right, Cullen. Up next with Cullen Jones.
So we are here again, but see, now we have two of the team of the world record here. Guys, you look amazing. What are you wearing? Let's start with another James Bond.
I'm not going to divulge what brand it is, but I wanted to go with the black tux. Olympic year, you got to step up the game. So I went with the tux. I got a little vest on too. So that's what I got going on.
You know, Ryan, I mean, unbelievable performance this year. And of course, Zach, very classic as always. You look amazing. Tell us about that world record relay. What are you guys doing? We got to talk to Michael Andrews a little bit about it and what you guys did. You guys looked at the times beforehand. You kind of thought about what you visualized. All those swimmers out there, visualize what you wanted to do beforehand. Let's start with you, Ryan. What was going through your mind?
Well, man, I mean, going off as a backstroker, you always have a lot of pressure because you're starting even. When I jump in the water, we're even, and so my goal was like, all right, let's try to get a little bit ahead here. And we kind of knew like Britain was going to be a really good competitor of ours, so it's like you kind of know what the differentials need to be. So my goal was like, all right, I got to go in. I'm trying to beat Britain by a good bit here, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to do that. But it definitely helps the confidence walking out with guys like this and Michael and Caeleb. It definitely adds a level of excitement.
So basically what you said, the front and the back are the most important parts. So let's talk about that, because Zappel, you were sitting up there and you could see your face as Caeleb's coming in, that you were so zoned in. And I mean, you took off when you dove in. Tell us about that, the pressure of being in the back.
Yeah, obviously when you touch the wall, you want to be first, but it's really easy when you have guys like Ryan and Michael and Caeleb ahead of you. I mean, we had a lead. It was just my job not to lose it. So, yeah, it was super fun. Obviously, super happy to come out with the win.
Well, you said something about fun. And again, we're in Miami, which is the land of everything honking behind us. You got to do something really cool today, riding around in something. What'd you get to ride in today?
Yeah, so me and my dad went out and rented a Lamborghini and an Audi R8. And yeah, I just took those for like an hour drive around Miami.
Is that
and
what got the hair pushed back?
Yeah,
that's why the hair is back.
Now the hair is set.
So you said an R8 and a Lamborghini?
Yeah. So,
okay, which one did you like better?
Oh, dude, the Lamborghini. Ooh. So I started in the R8.
Yeah.
You go, and I'm like, oh, this is fun,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then we switched halfway through, and got in the Lamborghini, and I was like, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It's up there. So,
that is awesome. That is awesome.
It was sweet.
So since you guys have been back, what's the coolest thing you guys been able to do? You're world record holders. You come home, we've seen you guys on television, the New York gamut that you guys have to go through. Tell us some of the cool stuff that you've done since you've been home.
That's a good question. I mean, I think the main thing, I'm honestly a pretty simple guy. Like I love waking up on a Saturday, go do a little swim, go out golfing with the guys. Like that's kind of like my perfect Saturday. So I've done a lot of that. But I think probably the highlight, I went to the Bahamas for a little bit, and that is that's a paradise. I loved that.
Very cool. Very cool. And so you said something about the simple life, and this year we're really trying to show how close we are as a team. But your buddy Blake was on here a little bit before, and I had to ask him, kind of poke a little bit. Tell me something about Zappel that no one else knows. And he kind of divulged some stuff. So I'm not going to tell you what he said, but I'd love to hear you tell me something that we don't know about Blake Pieroni.
Yeah. I think a thing that I can divulge. So Blake, one of our teammates, lives in Blake's house, and his PC is set up, just a few feet away from their door, and they get woken up from a lot of naps with some enraged yelling from some gaming. So that's pretty fun.
He did bring up the fact that you guys are gamers. Murph, are you a gamer?
I'm not. No, I honestly. Yeah, I honestly gave up the gaming when my brother moved out. He's 2 years older than me, so after my sophomore year of high school, I didn't really enjoy playing alone. So I mean, my other friends played, but we were, it just wasn't the same without Patrick.
I hear you. But see, he told me that he always wins. Blake always wins. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. So you beat Blake from time to time?
I mean, it goes back and forth. Blake might be a little bit better here and there, but it's a pretty even battle.
Oh, bro, he did not say that. Okay, so look, you guys, I did this with Blake. I'm going to do it with you guys as well. Superheroes. Who's your favorite superhero?
Christian Bale as Batman.
Say that again.
Christian Bale as Batman.
I agree full-heartedly.
I'm a big Iron Man guy.
Iron Man guy. So, for the people, before we hand it back to Elizabeth because she wants to talk some more, can you guys show us your favorite pose from Batman, Christian Bale, and Tony Stark?
love it when they shoot to the the silhouette of him standing on the rooftop, and he's kind of got his leg up in the air. His cape is kind of flat. I don't have the cape. And someone's got to blow some air in my face because it's always windy when he's on that roof. That thing is never sitting down. It is always flapping in the wind. So it would honestly just be. I mean, it looks kind of like a Captain Morgan stance, honestly. But I love that one.
So we all know the Iron Man pose. So are you going to do the Iron Man pose? I mean, like the landing.
Oh
Blake
my!
did the landing.
No, he
Blake,
didn't.
I
No,
swear he did the landing.
Levitate. Get up there.
All right. Where I like? Is it like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see it.
Oh. I can't.
Don't rip your pants.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little bit nervous about. I gotta get it.
You can do a different one. You can do a different
I
one.
don't know. What else? Somebody else?
Do the lift.
Oh, just the.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Good luck tonight. Elizabeth, right back to you.
All right. It is not. Oh my God. I know. What time is it? She's ready to perform. We are here right now. It's not all about the Summers tonight, okay? We have the incredible Sofia Reyes with us tonight. I know. We've been practicing. She's our performer here at the Golden Goggle Awards in Miami, and she is an incredible artist. She has millions of streams on Spotify. You've won multiple awards. Sofia, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I was telling you, not because the camera is here, but that you have a beautiful energy, and it's such an honor to meet you as well.
Well, thank you. We are so excited to have you here. You being you, and just like the beautiful human and spirit that you are. Can you talk about how exciting it is to perform at an event that is very different from like the thousands of people you're normally used to performing in front of?
I must say that I feel like butterfly, like I am nervous, but in a good way. I'm really, really excited. I got to do the sound check, and I saw the beautiful place and how everything is set up. I'm looking at all these beautiful people I respect and admire, including you. And, it's such an honor to be a part of this. I love the event, and I love the movement, everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's great.
Is there anybody here in particular that you are super excited about, or is it just being around Olympians as a whole is super exciting?
Yes. That as a whole is really exciting for me because for real, it's the first time I come to an event like this. It's a new world for me, so I'm excited. Hopefully I get to meet a lot of people today, and we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Do you like the Olympics? Do you watch it normally?
Yes, I do. I watch it normally. The biggest memories that I have is like watching them with my family. This year I didn't really do that, but most of the times or most of the years I watch it with my family, and it's like a big deal, and we love it. My parents love sports especially, and my brothers too.
Yeah. Well, you were busy making an album this summer. Yeah. That is coming up super soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and also like how long it takes to make an album, to write the music, to put it all together, to get into the studio? Like, what does that process look like?
That's a great question. Especially these 2 years, I focused on finishing the album. I think the process has been a 3 year. 3 years. Yes, that's a long time. And it comes out next year. I'm super excited. This is the last weekend I work on it. Like I come back to LA, finish the last song, and then it's done. And I'm really grateful and thankful and excited, and I can't wait. It's been intense. This month it's been intense.
I mean, 3 years, you're like an athlete just in the music industry. Like you work and you put in all of this time and effort behind the scenes. Like nobody sees Sofia in the recording studio or writing for 3 years. And so for you to finally get to the point where you have an album and it's done tomorrow?
It's done literally in like 3 days. I'm done with it. And yes, I feel like also we've been trying to record more of the process because I feel like we sometimes don't show the whole like years or the whole, story behind a song. And I feel like it's the same with you, people watch it, it's like amazing, but how many years have you worked, yourself to be in that place? And that's really inspiring.
Yeah, it's the behind the scenes that most people don't understand. Like they only see the album and Sofia on stage. Yes. Speaking of Sofia on stage, you have the album coming out. Is there a tour planned? Is that in the future? Do you want to do that?
Hopefully. Let's see what's the next year's plan. But I put the album out, and then hopefully I get to do shows, because we stopped with this whole COVID situation. I did very little shows. There were more like online type of streaming thingies, and it's good, but it's not like tonight, you know? I was doing the sound check earlier today, and I felt like I wanted to cry because it feels so good to be with your people, playing live for other people. It's just like exciting, yeah.
Is this your first time performing live since COVID, or have you been on stage?
I've done live shows, but nothing like this one. I really wanted to just do a full live with my band, a type of show instead of like dancers, and I don't know, I wanted to do a different show for tonight, so I'm excited. We haven't done it in years.
We are very excited too, Sofia. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good luck tonight. It's going to be amazing. And good luck with the album. It's going to absolutely crush it, and I'll see you on tour.
Yeah, and I'll see you later drinking a
Yeah, I'll see you on tour. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Thank you, Sofia. All right, and we are back to Cullen now.
See, this is what happens when Haley and I are together. We just start talking about everything from a ritual that you have every time you come home from a big meet. Can you share that with us?
I don't think it's a ritual as just I look at animal photos way too much, and for the past 5 years I've come home to a new animal, and this year is the first that we do not have a new one.
You broke the tradition.
We did. I did. 6 sounded like a lot.
6?
6, yes. 3 cats and 2 dogs, 1 each year.
I was gonna ask what, but wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot. So my brain finally clicked and was like, let's pump the brakes here. 5 is enough.
Well, you had an amazing Olympics. I mean, after a year of having to deal with what was going on, how great was it to be back in the pool, going to the Olympics and being able to represent red, white, and blue again?
It was great. It's always great, especially when you have a really hard year like we had. But seeing everyone being able to be together as Team USA is always an honor and so much fun this time.
You're another veteran to the red carpet, but we're here in Miami. Who did you want, or it might have been somebody else that might have wanted someone tonight because of who they are?
Well, Lily really wanted Pitbull to be here, but I also would have. Who wouldn't?
We have Sofia Reyes, and we are really excited to see. You guys just heard from her. We are really excited to hear her performance tonight. But is there anyone that you were excited to see? We finally are not looking at each other through boxes with our names on the bottom. We're actually face to face. Anyone that you were really excited to see tonight?
Honestly, everybody, but Beisel, oh, she's just amazing. So great to see her. But like I said, everyone looks so good, and sometimes I have to take a double take because I'm like, who's that? I don't recognize you.
Well, I'm sorry that you got me. I mean, you can go run over there to her. Haley, it's always great talking to you. Thank you so much. Enjoy tonight. We're in a different city. Who do you have over there?
All right, we are here with the Zach Harting, a.k.a. Batman, a.k.a. just like the most incredible guy ever.
I'm just here for a good time.
He's always here for a good time. Zach, you were just telling me you have not really been home since this summer. How many weeks total have you spent home?
As of now, we had all of October. That was a really big chunk. That we really needed that. So it's 4. Week after trials is 5. And we had 1 week yesterday, or last week before we came here. So we're at 6 right now.
6 total weeks at home. Otherwise, you've been on the road.
Yes, on the road, traveling. And I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but basically every time I travel, something happens, like drastically. Like either I lose the bags, that happened last time, or I'm delayed to the point of like I had to fly out the next day. Like when we were flying out to the training camp in Hawaii, everyone else got to show up. We got sunburnt the first day, and I was still. There was some sort of problem. We were waiting on a crew member, so the flight got canceled, missed a connection, flew out the next day. That's not the first time I've had to fly out for a training camp late. That happened at Worlds. It's a constant thing. It's like every time there's something.
What is your worst travel blunder? Like, what is the worst thing that's ever happened?
Flying out always sucks. As soon as we landed, we were coming back from a trip. Where were we? A swim clinic. And as soon as we landed we just got to the gate. We were excited to be home. We were supposed to get home at like midnight. Our flights got canceled, so we had to wait like we're in Houston at this point, so we're just trapped in Houston for like 2 hours. No, all night. So we just had to spend the night. We made the most of it. We went out to a nice dinner and got back the next day. But just I think the worst thing is having it canceled in the middle of your travel, and then you have to like wait the next day.
And you're stuck in that airport.
Right.
That's not home.
Right. Well, they did put us up in hotels, so that was nice. But like by the time like all the fast food restaurants were closed by the time this was going on, so like we tried walking through the drive-through. I'm like, it's Halloween. I'm in my invisible boatmobile, and
you don't see it, but I swear I'm in a car right now.
Please feed me. I have money to pay for it.
So you treated yourself to a post-Olympic gift, which I love. Tell the people what it was. Self-care, absolutely. What was it?
Got a Jackson Randy Rhodes white flying V. Kind of dropped a nice little penny on it. I figured I play a lot. So I like to play guitar. My favorite bands are North European, and they all play the flying V. The flying V is just kind of it's a very powerful guitar shape. So it's like, why would you not want to play it? So I was like, I wanted one, and so I'm like, let's just get one.
Well, I think what's next is you and I were actually in Golden Goggles once.
Yes.
You remember this?
Yes.
We were the talent. And I think what's next is that we become a band.
Yes. Well, I had thought about it. So between you on the violin, you put Ledecky on the piano,
keys,
and then you put me on the guitar, and then you throw Dressel on the drums. Surely someone on the national team has some pipes that can sing. We're good to go. We're golden. That's a full shebang. Tell me that wouldn't go viral.
It's gonna go viral. It's gonna happen too. Like, what would our band name be?
Ooh, let me think on it. I'll have it by the end of the interview.
We'll get it by the end of the night. So, all right, Golden Goggles, how excited are you to be here and to celebrate not just you, but the entire team this summer that went through a lot to get there?
Yes. I don't know. It's like anytime you get to take a step back and celebrate, and like having, like especially in Miami, like in the middle of winter or the start of winter. So like that's really nice, and got to bring my sister this time. So always good to bring her. She supported me from my journey from the beginning. But yeah, it's just like anytime you can kind of stop in the middle of the chaos and the traveling and just kind of enjoy it, stop, smell the roses, and enjoy the party. That's a grand old time.
Well, Zach, you are one of my favorites to talk to and to interview. Congratulations on an amazing summer. Head inside. The show's about to start. Oh yeah, it's time. I'm going to pass it over to Cullen.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And you know it wouldn't be Miami without some music in the background. Absolutely. And I am here with Madam Grant from our partnership with USA Swimming and the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho, Swim 1922. And I have been a part for 6 years. I've known you for a while, but you know what? I'm going to take these notes. I'm going to put them away because I'm so proud of you. Let me start with how proud I am. Actually, you know what? We have to start with your story. Why don't you tell us?
All right. So when I was about 9 or 10 years old, I drifted off at a family reunion into the water and started drowning. My cousin came in, saved my life, and I just remember that eerie feeling of just quiet, but hearing that water in my ears, and I said I never wanted that to happen again. So I stayed away from the water. Fast forward, had children. I said my children need to swim. I don't know how. Maybe one day they have to save my life. Well, being a leader of Sigma Gamma Rho, being committed to Swim 1922, I thought it was important to lead by example. And so I purchased a home that happened to have a pool, and I said I got to learn how to get in that pool. So I hired a swim coach, and I'm swimming.
Yes.
I'm swimming now.
Yes.
I'm swimming.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
Quite a testimony, and it's really I hope to be a force multiplier in this world to really say that women who look like me, historically, we don't swim. And so I want to encourage us to get out there and at least try to swim enough to save your life or your children's life.
And it's so important that we have people like you that are actually a beacon to say, I learned, because it's never too late to learn. You need to learn.
At the ripe age of 21, I learned.
Exactly.
Like, I'm 21 now.
I said nothing else.
But
well, thank you so much for coming out. The show is about to start.
Yes.
Please enjoy tonight.
I will.
Again, I'm so proud of what you're doing, being a leader from the front.
And thank you, Cullen. You are definitely a leader in your own right and an inspiration even for my son who sees you. And so as long as we keep being those force multipliers in the world, we can keep growing this world to actually enjoy and learn to swim.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right.
Elizabeth, you want to close this out?
It is time to roll up that red carpet, guys. We are heading inside, and that wraps the Golden Road red carpet. We need to head inside for the Golden Goggle Awards. Stick around on usaswimming.org. Cullen and I are going to be there. We're doing a little thing on stage later on. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoy the show.